Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in support of H.R. 3207, my bill to designate the facility of the United States Postal Service located at 114 Mill Street in Hookstown, Pennsylvania, as the Staff Sergeant Dylan Elchin Post Office Building. Staff Sergeant Elchin served our country valiantly in the United States Air Force and was killed in action in November of 2018. He was a Special Tactics Combat Controller who was deployed to Afghanistan in August of last year as part of the U.S. Army Special Operations Force Operational Detachment Alpha Team. His role included advising the Ground Force Commander, directing air support aircraft, and supporting offensive combat operations. He repeatedly disregarded his personal safety to coordinate life-saving strikes and combat enemy fighters. His bravery was credited with saving the lives of many of his fellow soldiers and airmen. At his funeral last year, we heard how throughout all of the difficult conditions that Staff Sergeant Elchin experienced in Afghanistan, he was always cheerful, always enthusiastic, and always someone who inspired his fellow airmen, no matter what. Mr. Speaker, I believe this is because Staff Sergeant Elchin was living his dream. He was born in Brighton Township, Pennsylvania, and grew up in Beaver County. And from the earliest age, he had an interest in serving our country. He was eager to follow in the footsteps of his grandfather, who served 8 years himself in the United States Army. At the age of 14, Dylan immersed himself in military history, especially the Vietnam and Gulf War, and this passion fueled his desire to serve. He enlisted in the Air Force as a Special Tactics Combat Controller, the best of the best, immediately after graduating from Hopewell High School in 2012. He was assigned to the 26th Special Tactics Squadron at Cannon Air Force Base in New Mexico. He was trained for combat operations like precision strike and personnel recovery, and he was especially skilled in reconnaissance, air traffic control, and terminal attack control operations. Staff Sergeant Elchin's awards and decorations include the Bronze Star Medal, the Purple Heart, the Air Force Commendation Medal, the NATO Medal, and many others. He was incredibly young to be honored in so many ways, which is a testament to his bravery, his skill, and his dedication to his mission. Mr. Speaker, if we do our job and we pass this bill, the citizens of Hookstown and all over Beaver County will never forget Dylan's name, and they never should. He joins a long line of Western Pennsylvanians who gave what Lincoln called the last full measure of devotion. We're proud of Dylan. We thank him for his service and his sacrifice. We honor him, and we will never forget him. Mr. Speaker, I ask my colleagues to support H.R. 3207. Thank you.